Hello there, I'm showing my face, what little bit you can see. It's December the 26th. This is Jeffrey Newport, the author of the book of Light, Hope, and Peace. And on Amazon, get your copy today. This is the message of light. And this is December the 26th, or not December, but January the 26th. I'm a month behind. So we're here in Tennessee, and it's wind chill's like 0 or something. So I'm not going to be out here very long. I may have to wait till a warmer day. But I don't know. The snow looks like it's... The ground must be warm. Looked like it's not as much as it was. It was about an inch. But anyway, I thought I'd take a picture or video of it. So, anyway, the house and, well, the roof is melting because of the heat, the inside heat. But, yeah, everything is covered in snow. So, this is in Tennessee. Most of the snow's to the north of us in Kentucky and other states. But, but yeah, it's definitely wintertime. So because of global warming, whenever it does get cold, it gets very cold for a long time. So I guess we have to go to Washington and put our foot down, straighten that out, or write a book directed to the presidency, give them some advice, because hey, half of our problems is we don't take care of the planet. And you read the book The Coming Global Storm and The Day After Tomorrow and see the science behind it. Hey, it ain't no joke, seriously. But I just wanted to walk. It's a thin snow. I don't know why it's melting underneath. Must be that water from the rain that's still there and it's wet. But anyway, clear blue sky, sunny but cold. That's the forecast for the next week. And I got several four-wheel drive vehicles, but I'm stocked up pretty good. I may get out here in a little bit just to drive around, have a little fun, but on a day like this, you just kind of want to stay in. So I've got half my workout done today, indoor workout. So this will add to it. Not going to be out here that long, though. So I got... Well, that's the sky. I got, okay, the sun melted the snow off my trailer because I got the heat turned off. I sort of moved out for a little bit because, well, I'm in the process of moving in the house. Yeah, the sun melted the snow off the car. That was the sun that done that. Big boy smelling something. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about the message of light. And it's so cold, hardly don't feel like talking much. So yeah, this may be my last video until it warms up. I expected everything to be covered in snow. Well, I was able to open the car door up. I figured it'd be froze solid because it's like 16, 17 degrees. And it ain't going to get above freezing for... I mean, they're going to go back to school here in a couple days, but I don't know. I guess they better have them roads cleared off. But no, it was real pretty. I don't know what's making it melt. The sun, or maybe the ground is warmer. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about the message of light in my first book on Amazon. I plan on writing a whole bunch of them. I got them planned out. It's divinely inspired, and you know, that's where inspiration comes from God, the divine. The original Greek word for God translates into divinity, basically. The theos, and we got the theos within us. That's what the Gnostic Christians taught, and They were telling the truth about meditation. So the Illuminati was a Christian organization that turned to the dark side and more or less wanted to control people through fear and false religion. They rewrote the Bible and took a lot of things out. But the original Christianity practiced meditation, and that's really the key. That's the subtitle to our book, How to Overcome Problems by God Communion in Deep Meditation. And you can do your research in the scriptures and in history and verify everything that I say. Because, this is my life. I dedicated my life to the truth. Not conformity, not following traditional religious traditions or political whatever. I'm led by the Spirit, a true man of God, because that's the only way I know how to live. I've tried the other way and it don't work too good. The worldly way, false religion, none of that works. But that's just the negative side. The good side is there is a rejuvenation in religion, in general, and a lot of churches are popping up that are actually synagogues and different places that are actually filled with the Holy Ghost. People are realizing that things are not working, so they're wanting to try something new and different. So they're getting back to the original. Yeah, I can see my footprints. There's water underneath there, so that's why it's melting. Oh, it would have been prettier if I would have got out a couple hours earlier. Yeah, prettier and colder, like cold and pretty, like pretty cold. Anyway, it's chilly. That's all I know. I've got all these outdoor chores I was going to do, but hey, I think I'll just pass on that. I mean, really. You walk out here for about 7 or 8 minutes, and this might have to be a short video. 7 minutes already. Anyway, it is snowing still yet. And so it should be laying because but the ground is wet, so I got little allergies. I figured it'd get cold enough to kill all that stuff out, but I don't care what they say, it hangs around sometimes all the way through January. So I don't think the road is that slick. It's a little slick, but people have been using it. 4-wheel drive, you can make it. Let's see if my mailbox is froze shut. I guess the mail probably ain't running. Uh-oh. Probably not, because that's froze. She wouldn't be able to get it open. Have to bring me a hammer down here or a screwdriver to pry it open. So now, here comes the wind. I thought that was a car. But no, you can't get that open. So, I don't know how to get that open. I have to ask somebody. But if there was mail, they could put it in this mailbox. There's none. I don't think it's running. I think they're going to wait a few days. But they said this is Monday. They said they're going to start school back Thursday, so I don't know if they're going to get out here, and they got to salt all these roads wherever a school bus goes. And they said if an ambulance has to go someplace, then the salt truck will go in front of it and salt it so that they can make it. So they know how to deliver the ambulance. And I guess apparently they got a plan on returning to school, but it's going to be like this for a week, so I don't know. I guess because they have to salt every place where the school bus runs. And I didn't know my mailbox was frozen, but that one is plastic, so it's not froze. Apparently the mail's not running because I didn't see any mail, so I don't blame her. Anyway, the Book of Light, Hope, and Peace will transform your life. And I know, like the Southern Baptists say, you're not supposed to read anything but the Bible, but the Southern Baptist Charter says it's recommended that you do study commentary, biblical commentary, which is, I mean, I've compared the Bible with the Quran. They all say the same thing, so I mean, I don't see what the problem is. They all talk about Jesus, but the point is, according to the Southern Baptist Charter, it's recommended that you study spiritual literature with an open mind and read other versions of the Bible. But it also says that it depends on the church, the individual church, and the pastor. In other words, some of them are closed-minded, and I really don't understand that, because the truth is out there. So if your mind is closed, you're ignoring it. That's ignorance. I don't understand that. I never could understand or tolerate ignorance. That's why a lot of people are atheists, because they want to examine the evidence. And like The Origin of the Species by Charles Darwin, the whole book was a question. It was a theory, and he admitted that it was not solid. And half the book was discussing the arguments against it, because actually it was proposed to him. I think the Illuminati had something to do with it, and he was getting on the verge of figuring the truth out. So I think they killed him, and his mother too turned him against God, and his wife, they drove her crazy, because there was a lot of societies involved. It's like they wanted him to publish that because it promoted ignorance, the origin of the species. But really it was a question. What is the origin of the species? But see, the quasi-international banking clan, they control the media. They have for hundreds of years. They rewrote the Bible. They control religion. They want to keep people ignorant. So that's why they took a lot of stuff out of the Bible about meditation, because they don't want people to be enlightened. They want them to be ignorant, keep them in ignorance, and it's easy to control them. And, it's just a matter of realizing the truth, or you can put your head in the sand like an ostrich. It's up to you. However you believe, I don't have a problem with that. But I was going to do some things over here, but my trailer's got, the heat is not as good as the house, so I turned the heat and the water and everything off, and I'm just going to let it sit till it warms up. And I've been starting my cars up and moving them around like every other day, so everything's in good shape. It's just cold enough to freeze the hinges off the gates of hell. But yeah, I'll tell you what you can do. If you buy my book, regardless of what religion you are, you might learn something. You might be inspired to, because it's really not trying to prove anybody wrong or push a doctrine or a religion. What it's trying to do is get people to pray and meditate deeper, regardless of what their persuasion is. So what you do